Hey, what's up guys? A new Miner Poison deck has emerged at the top of Clash Royale. The ranked 12th player in the world is outplaying everyone he matches into with this cycle deck. By deploying immense beat pressure on both sides, this deck ravages Cannoneer. If you get a good connection with guards or bats, you'll slap down more than half of their tower. The Mortar evolution can take the entire tower, and the evolved skeletons for 1 elixir can 3 crown. In addition to having some of the best defenses in the game with endlessly multiplying skeletons, guards that will stop bridge spam, bats to cheaply defend cards that can't shoot up, and Little Prince to knock everything back. For once, a Miner Poison deck actually has offenses that opponents have to worry about. And some things never change. Once you deal enough damage, you automatically get the win with Miner Poison. And even if your opponent's got Miner Poison, this deck's got a 2.8 elixir cycle, so they won't be able to keep up. It's time to shove our opponents out of the game with the best toxic shovel deck. And major Miner love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to make the higher for videos possible. It's superbly refreshing to see Miner Poison back at it again atop ladder.
I'm back.
Typically, it's pekka everywhere, pummeling every other deck in its path. But Miner Poison has tunneled its way to the top, so cool that we're going to be able to play something that I'm nostalgic about. I think, like, you guys don't know this about me, but I've played Miner Poison more than any other deck in the game. Since its start in, like, 2017, or whenever Poison became predominantly played, I started running it. Also, we're running Princess Tower. I think you should be running Cannoneer. We'll swap to the Cannoneer directly after this match. Generally, Cannoneer is best when you're playing against people that are going to be running Beatdown decks or pekka, which is 99% of the meta. If you're playing against Graveyard or bait decks, then you would prefer to go and use the Princess Tower, because then you're able to clean up the swarm cards a little bit faster. As you guys are noticing, his guard counters are minimal, so he's having to go Ice Spirit on that. And then Wizards, I wonder if the bat locks onto the tower. Yeah, the Wizard almost went on the left side. I was thinking that the Wizard would. It was super close, but it didn't work out. Also, if I Cannoneer, I wouldn't have to defend this with much Elixir, but I do have to Little Prince instead of logging instead. Log wouldn't have been able to do enough, so I'm gonna Mortar here. I'm gonna get Skeletons down on the Hog Rider. Also, against Hog Rider or other win conditions that die quickly, it's generally preferred to be using the Cannoneer in that situation as well. Instead, into Evolved Skeletons, though, that's a different story. All right, wait, we can do dual lane pressure here. We can go bats, we can go guards, and just see how this goes. Because if you Ice Spirit and then you log, I wonder if we can get one guard on the tower. That'd be so sick. Anyway, he doesn't have login cycle, so we can get Evolved Skeletons down for sure and minimize the chances of him defending this easily. I could pre-log an Ice Spirit, but I'm not feeling that fancy. I'm gonna Ice Golem instead, so I'm glad I didn't do anything stupid. And I'm gonna get ready. My body's prepared for him to go in for a fireball on my Little Prince if I do that, but I think he's gonna go cannon. So I think I go for Mortar, and then I go in for bats, and then I try to kill the cannon quickly with that. If not, we can get guards down on the cannon afterward. Ooh, really nice poison value. Gonna be able to get skeletons down here as well. Oh, the Mortar's on the tower! Oh my gosh, the Mortar is on the tower! Code red for my dude. He is about dead. If he pre-logs bats, I will die laughing as he dies. This deck is diabolical in positions where your opponent can't necessarily kill your bats or your Mortar evolution. So I guess we're just going to continuously apply pressure. And because bats move so quickly, the opponent can't kill that with Cannoneer. So it's definitely a fully fledged win condition. Our guards are immune to the log. They don't care. We get skeletons down here as well, going for a miner, and just to shovel our dude with our shovel. So I'm able to pre-log the skeletons. I didn't hit them all immediately, but we will catch this win like a true Pokemon master. I'm going to go for a Mortar a little bit lower placed because we don't want it to get sniped by a cannon or any wizardry from our opponent. Then we're going to go in for our guards, and we will seal the deal. GG and well played to our opponent. Always nice to secure the first win of the day, shoveling in the right direction as we trend towards the top. And we gotta shove Princess Tower off of our team because Cannoneer slaps. After burying Hog Rider alive, we've pushed up to 6,600 in the world. And we got a game against the GOAT. We'll see if this guy is gonna be Ram Ridering soon. I mean, if you're the GOAT, you're probably running Pekka Ram Rider, right? So we're gonna be cycling our Mortar immediately just to see what he's gonna do. And we catch a Phoenix, which is pretty good for us because we can go for skeletons and then we can go bats. Oh, come on, bro. You don't have to do me like that. You don't have to be that guy. So he decided to go for a rage to finish off our bats and got a Phoenix to lock onto the Mortar, so we weren't able to get as much damage as we were hoping for. But as you can see, you're witnessing the full strength of bait cards into Cannoneer. I wonder what he does here. Yeah, he's going to go bait cards directly into our bait because that's the only thing he had. And he did have Pekka, exactly as we expected. It'll probably be Pekka Ram Rider Void if I had to guess. If that's going to be the case, I want to go in for Mortar on the other side and then just defend this minimally. I can let the Little Prince die. It doesn't matter that much to me. I can let the Little Prince die. It doesn't matter that much to me. Be able to defend this with skeletons and then go in for bats afterwards and then go guards. As soon as the skeletons are going to die, I got to go guards so the fisherman doesn't latch onto the tower. That could be tragic. The Little Prince into this as well, just in case this guy feels fancy, decides to do some other scandalous strategies. But it's not that bad for me because I've got the Little Prince going in the left side. I can pop the ability here just to add a little bit more trouble to our opponent. And then I can go in for a Mortar Evolution right after too. He's using his arrows! Bro, you cannot do that, my guy. All right, so let's troll him to the maximum extent. I'm going to go for Evolved Skeletons on the left side, Mortar Evolution on the right, and we're also going to plant down a Miner here. Because there's no doubt the Goblin Giant gets a little bit too close, and then the Mortar starts to sprawl some Goblins on the tower. I'm going to go Bats, and we're going to choose, hey, what do you want to do, man? Are you going to go for a Rage on top of our Bats, or are you going to go and Rage or Guards on top of defense? And Bats are thriving yet again. We're going to go Guards here just because we don't want him to Rage on top of the Bats and get immense value. We're going to force him to go Rage and Zap. And even a Fisherman here. Wait, what? He's catching an L right now, guys. That's all he's catching. I'm going to go for another Mortar and just keep up the pressure. As you can see, despite him having 3 small spells in his deck, he doesn't have enough to deal with us. This is going to be awesome. Mortar locks. He has to go Goblin Giant, and I think he already loses the game. So if you guys match into someone that plays like this, a lot of times they'll go all in India. And then you just wreck them and say, hey, sir, you're not allowed to do that because we have so many bait cards. Actually, this defense might be slightly sketchy, but I still think we got it on lock. We're going to try to not drop bait cards directly into the Pekka. Instead, we're going to use our other cards like maybe, I don't know, Poison, and then kiting it around with guards possibly. So yeah, we're definitely going to Poison on that first order of business. We might need to cycle a couple Poisons here. We're also going to go Bats, and then we're going to go for Skeletons up top. And then we're also logging here just so the Pekka ends up dying. Yeah, that was the only thing that was scary. Because if that thing starts to heal near the tower, it becomes really bad fast. As you guys can imagine, if I was feeding that extra health or even a single skeleton, it would have just healed up 12.5% extra health, and then I would have lost the game, because if a 12.5% Pekka is in front of your tower, it's going to swing multiple times, and then you scramble and cycle more cards on defense, and it continuously munches until it munches on your entire tower. Moral of the story is kite Pekkas with guards and watch as your Cannoneer deletes it. Because if you feed an evolved Pekka, you'll feed your opponent to win. All right, what's up, Mr. Matty? It's time to steamroll you. You're going to be our doormat in this game, hopefully, my guy. I'm sorry for everyone that's named Matt that I offended. It's still a pretty cool name. Just this guy specifically has to be our doormat, all right? Anyway, we're going to be going in for our guards here on the right side. Just because he's got Cannoneer, it is important for us to test, poke and prod, and see if we can find some damage. Finding out that he's going to have Tesla and also a Goblin Gang makes me feel like we're likely playing into a log bait deck. And if that's going to be the case, it's in our best interest to go for Skeletons to shut down the Spear Goblins so we don't take any extra damage. Then we can go for a log on top of the Goblin Barrel for a +1 Elixir trade, and then possibly get him to go in for a Princess afterward. Oh, he literally fell for exactly what we wanted, because now he has to defend against Bats without Princess. He has to go Ice Spirit or Fire Spirit or Electric Spirit. What is he doing? The Bats are on your tower, bro. You had to drop that on top of the Bats. You couldn't drop that on the Miner, but I guess he instinctively saw the Miner first. Then he dropped his Ice Spirit behind the tower, and then he's like, wait, if I do that, then I can reset the Miner and then have it target the Goblin Gang. But he forgot that the Bats were a problem. So if you're playing against a bait deck, since you got log, you're always going to get a +1 Elixir trade, and that comes in very, very handy. Then if your opponent is down Elixir and they have to deal with Bats and they don't have an efficient way of countering it without the Spirit in cycle, they instantly like lose thousands of damage. He's going to go for a Tesla here. He can't go in for anything else. It's not allowed to. He's literally not allowed to. He can't go in for a Rocket because the Mortar costs so much less Elixir. So he has to play cost effective, but he can't. And as you can see, if you match into someone that has a Cannoneer and they're running bait, it's pretty much an easy win. Like, there's a lot of bait decks in the meta because people are trying to distract Pekkas, and then they're going to use the guards or the Goblin Gang up top and watch the Cannoneers kill it, as you guys saw in the last match. But if you match into them, they instantly lose. So this is one of the best reasons to play this deck. It counters the Pekka meta and the bait meta. With the declaration of dominance, the Mortar in the middle, we put our opponent to shame because this is our game. And look at the evolved Skeletons multiply, force out our opponent's log so he can't even deal damage to our tower or hit our guards. Just such a dominant win. It's time to see if we can find a true challenge because a lot of these games have been super easy today.
Is there no one else?
I just think that this deck, if you play it well, you're going to dominate your opponents because the defenses are so rock solid. You have to mess up to lose the match. That's traditionally why Miner Poison has been so strong. Oh my gosh. Oh no. no, dude. I hate this. I hate the fact that he just does that. He's going to ignore it and drop a small spell, and that's all he's going to do. So, going to be a tough matchup for us right now. Oh, he dropped Wizard. That's way, 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 way better for me, actually. I'm thankful he did that. That was actually slightly stupid on his end. We go Skeletons up top just to guarantee that it gets pulled. Then we're going to go for Poison. Then we're also going to go for Bats and just eat the Wizard, because the Wizard should just die, if I remember correctly. Like, there's no way that thing's going to survive. Yeah, so memorizing that interaction paid off very nicely. We're going to go in for Miner plus Bats on the right side because the guards will already deal enough damage to the left side to force a response. Probably? I mean, there's no way. There's no way. Surely, even an Elixir Golem player should defend that, right? I guess not. The guards really poked down this man's mental. He's like, wait, what happened to my Princess Tower? And it seems like he doesn't appreciate the guard's royalty. Maybe the guards died along with the Princess Tower before, and then the undead Princess Tower is the only one they respect. The regular Princess Tower, it defiles. Guards are kind of like, you only respect one princess out here. Okay, all right, all right, all right, okay. All right, this is a little bit annoying. I think we're just going to pop the little prince ability because we're going to be able to do so much value. Is this guy already dead? Is this how easy Elixir Golem is to defeat? Like, what is this guy supposed to do? He's like a top ladder player-ish. He's like 5,000 or 4,000 in the world, and he's getting destroyed. He's getting mutilated. We are playing with our food out here. This is not good for you, my dude. Evolved Skeletons on the right are going to get raged or something, right? Oh, never mind. He just doesn't defend. It's in typical Elixir Golem fashion. They forget that defense is even a part of the game. So, yeah, this guy got annihilated. Wait, this guy is gallantly going in for another big push. Well, I can tell you for sure that is going to be so sad. Imagine getting poisoned and logged and everything just dies. I mean, Elixir Golem should not be a strong deck ever, but it is specifically terrible into our deck. So all we have to do is just continuously go for poisons, and then we just pummel all this stuff. Obviously, even if you get a pekka down, it's not extraordinarily scary. Even if you end up having a lot of small spells, you're not able to break through and kill our cards. We have evolved skeletons, we've got Little Prince, we got poison. Heck, we even cycled to another mortar evolution. You would have lost your other tower, and there was no way you were breaking through that brick wall cycle defense. Most people don't know this, but poison slows down enemy troops by 15%. Pekka is already ridiculously slow, so it's gonna take forever to get near your tower. I wouldn't advise poisoning a single Pekka, but if they stack up a lot of stuff, poison it every time, because you'll give the Cannoneer Tower more time to damage everything down. All right, this dude's got Pekka in the banner, so he's probably gonna be playing it. Every single person that we match into that has Pekka banner is playing the card. It's just a matter of life right now. They all want to get boosted by the overpowered card, and hopefully they get destroyed by our deck. He's gonna go Bomber in the back, and then he's gonna have Electro Spirit, so yeah, it's definitely gonna be a Pekka deck. We're gonna Little Prince pop the ability here. I think that's gonna be our best bet. We should be able to get some nice damage, knock back the Ram Rider, and then force out a Zap, which is hilarious because he shouldn't be cycling that right now. Genuinely, you cycle Zap and then you use your Electro Spirit earlier. I wonder if you're going to have a good answer to this Little Prince. I mean, it is going to put the Ice Wizard in the vicinity that I won't have to worry about at all. But I wanted to get a little bit more damage here. If I can go for guards and then go for Miner, get him to Electro Spirit on this, and then go Bats after, I think that'd be our best play. Okay, he's going to go Bats, interestingly enough. He is going to go Electro Spirit. Very nice. Phenomenal poison for me, because if I go Mortar, I'm able to pull the Ram Rider, and then we're going to force that extra Elixir. Because obviously, I don't know if y'all know, the Ram Rider is not very happy when it matches into Mortar plus Cannoneer. We're able to destroy the Ram Rider, spend no extra Elixir, get a +1 trade, and then force out extra cards that he has to defend the Mortar. The Mortar goes on offense. It's like, hey, you think you can go on offense? No, you defend. The ultimate Uno Reverse card is what the Mortar does every time. So we're going to go in for Skeletons to make this guy draw 4. Hopefully he's going to have to go and draw some units that he doesn't want to do. We're going to go guards on the other side and see what we can do. Also, whenever we match into Pekka, I'm not extraordinarily scared here. I'm not that pressed. I'm not even impressed by our opponent because he's kind of inting. He has to Electro Spirit, but is it going to chain onto the guard in time? Probably not. Okay, so we can go Little Prince and pull the Pekka as far as possible. We can wait a little bit. Oh, never mind. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. But maybe I'm not that much of a fool. He's saying wow. I mean, is he saying wow because he just lost the Pekka to Evolved Skeletons? Or is he saying wow because he thought he was going to get a much better interaction than that? I think it was probably the latter. I think he thought he was getting a much better interaction than he got. The Mortar! Let's go! Look at that damage! The damage! The damage! Oui, oui, monsieur. Enchanté. It was a pleasure to meet your tower there. Oh, all right. So we have not taken a single bit of damage yet. He literally has not touched my tower. This is remarkably funny. We're gonna go Mortar here, and then we're gonna try to just poison out the tower on the right side. As you guys remember, it is important to defend against Pekka using our guards. We're gonna get ready with our poison and our guards and our log, and I should be able to steamroll this. We're gonna go for our skeletons here. We're gonna go for a good log, and we should defend this very easily. Like, I don't think he's doing any damage. Zero? Zero again? Nothing. Nada. Do we get a perfect game? All right, we have to play very aggressively here so he doesn't zap my tower. Don't zap my tower. Don't poison my tower. Don't void my tower. Lose the game without dealing any damage to me. I dare you, sir. Okay, 8 seconds. All right, we need to keep up with the offense. We need to keep up the offense. Don't zap my tower. Don't do anything. This will be a perfect game. We're going to go evolve skeletons just to make sure that he looks at them. Yes! He didn't touch my tower! All right, we've won like 7 games in a row. This is insane. We literally cannot lose with this deck. I don't know what it is. This thing is broken. At least if you have good mechanics on defense and don't overcommit. All right, let's secure the last game of the day and hand Luigi an L. Luigi. Take this L, brother. Hopefully we can hand you it. Obviously, it's all fun and games here, guys. I'm just joking around. I don't know if we're going to be able to handle Luigi an L. He is a top 860 player in the world, so he's probably as good as me, if not better. So I actually have a challenge in this game. This one will be difficult. Okay, really? All right. You know the sad thing? Pekka in the back is actually a very good play. If you Pekka in the back first play, it's not dumb. You just are going to get to your evolution faster. And because the evolution is overpowered, you want to get it to it as often as you possibly can. So that's very good. He knew the right play, and I genuinely have to respect him for it. As much as I don't want to respect him for it, I have to. Also, log plus poison is a necessity here, or we are screwed. All right, we're going to get skeletons here to pull the Pekka. Mortar in the middle is pretty good as well. I'm sure you guys are recognizing what I'm doing here. I am fully focusing on defense, and we're still going to get rammed by the rider. All right, wait. Chill, dude. Don't do that to me. Don't zap me like that. That was a little bit disrespectful, Luigi. You are trying to hand me the L right now. I think we just did some Waluigi moves and might have just inted the game a little bit. It's fine. We're not dead yet, but he's played better than me so far. And honestly, I'm getting outplayed by a Pekka player. Doesn't feel good, man. Doesn't feel good because most Pekka players do not play with a singular brain cell. They play with half of a brain cell. They spam everything and that's it. So I don't like getting outplayed by someone that's actually very good at the game because it's scary because he's good and he's running an OP deck. Okay, well, the mortar will give us a lot of damage on the tower. It should be 2 hits, only 1. Wow. I didn't know that interaction. Anyway, we are winning the game right now. And it seems like this Pekka is not super scary to me. I might be able to Little Prince, go for guards in the middle. Or, yeah, I think we go guards and log. And then maybe get back to some other counter as well. I bet you he zaps. He knows that Evo Skeletons are coming down. Yeah, so he zaps immediately. I think we go guards here just to distract so the Little Prince doesn't die. I'm not playing well here. Luigi, stop it. So if we play poorly, like, we deserve this L, by the way. So I don't want to take an L. We're in the business of only capturing wins all day, every day today. No Miner on defense. I should have cycled a Mortar and then Skeletons on that. But because I didn't react fast enough, that's what we ended up doing. We'll probably go in for a Void, so let's go Skeletons on this. If we can just stop the annoying stuff, we're chilling. Didn't happen. All right, we're gonna go for a Miner. Going for a Miner directly on top of the Wizard, hopefully. Poison here as well. That didn't go well at all, did it? All right, well, it's still winnable. I think it's winnable, guys. I think it's winnable. We go Skeletons here. Definitely want to get our guards down so then he can't rare miner me. And then I need a Miner here as well. I mean, this is looking like a loss. Honestly, like, I don't think I played well. I think I deserve to lose. It'd be so sad, man. It'd be so sad. Oh, it died. Let's go. Oh, wow, that was so lucky. Luigi's like, no, Luigi. All right, we're going to make a prediction on the Wizard. So we're going to actually play semi-intelligently here for once in our life. I know, guys, it's a miracle. All right, we're going to go for a log. All right, he's zapped. I think he's not going to break through. I think he loses. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know. It's really hard to say. Super unclear right now, guys. It's really unclear. All right, we're going to go for a Miner, poison it up, and win the game. All right, so even if you don't play extremely well, you can still beat Pekka. This guy was the best player that we played against all day, and we still won despite playing my worst game of the entire session. So, yeah, no L's, nothing but wins. And we climbed all the way up. This Miner Poison deck is the cure to the toxic Pekka meta. There's something so satisfying about playing for 40 minutes and seeing every single game in your battle log be blue. 8 wins in a row there. Slap the like button with the shovel if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.